Hey everybody, this is your teacher Dottie, and today's video is about art of everyday life. I'm going to try to do something complicated while I'm recording this. I'm recording this with my phone, and I'm also recording the screen of my computer, my laptop, with a screen capture program, and then what I do is I put them together later. But I'm trying to do them at the same time this time. So please forgive me if I look this way and that way and all this kind of stuff. I'm just trying to make it easier. It's really hard to make these videos. Oh my God. It takes like 3 days to record them and then edit the audio and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, today's topic, art of everyday life. Man, I have been just agonizing for weeks to come up with some kind of explanation, easy explanation that I can give y'all, and I can't. So here goes. I'm just going to do it, whether or not. Art of the everyday is art of the everyday. It's what we would call a slice of life. I'm going to give you some characteristics of it, and then we'll talk about the different types of art of the everyday. You'll need to write these down because that's what the quiz is going to be over. Okay. Now, let me do this. Let me run some images through here. Come on, go move, do something. Hey, wait a minute. How come it's not doing anything? Oh, there we go. The definitions that I came up with for art of the everyday are images that are spontaneous. They're unplanned. They are, like I said, spontaneous. They're unposed. When there are human figures in it, they're never aware of the artist who is like behind the image. And, the viewers, as we view these images, these characters are not noticing us being back there either. It's like, say, your driver's license photo, of which everybody's driver's license photos are awful. But you're looking at this camera with this employee of DPS looking at you, and so you're responding to the camera and to the photographer photographing you. That's not what I'm talking about. When we talk about everyday life, you see in this image, these people are unaware anybody is watching them. Kind of like a surveillance camera or something. They're not necessarily going to be in some beautiful kind of surrounding. They're not going to be beautifully dressed. They're not going to be like absolutely shockingly beautiful. They're just going to be regular people. This is really funny. This is a really weird image because these people walking on a snowy sidewalk, wearing hats at night, but they're walking in front of a freak show theater kind of thing. You see there's a poster with the lady kind of dancing, provocatively, in maybe she's got a snake wrapped around her, and there's a sign there for the human duck. There's Boku, the boy trout. That'd be pretty interesting to see. Admission, 10 cents, things like that. And it's real funny. In this image, the man is kind of looking sideways at the woman who is looking away from him. And there's some kind of mystery going on there about what could be passing in their minds, what could be going through there. What is someone about to say, or have they just said something? Weird things like that. Here's an image that, wait a minute, let me talk some more about the definitions. Okay, like I said, spontaneous, unposed. The subjects are unaware of being noticed. It's an observation that the artist sees and interprets and then like delivers it to our minds so that we can get some kind of a context for what is happening here. Two other things that you can always, well, three other ways that you can always define the art of everyday life is, for instance, this image here of a river in Japan. It's not a postcard kind of view. Postcard kind of view would, be like, hey, come to this place. This is so cool. But what we're seeing here is we're seeing someone who's rowing the boat, and they kind of are bald, and they're wearing something real bizarre. I didn't notice that until just this second I'm looking at it. Odd, let's just say costume. We've got people with umbrellas, and they're faced away from us. So it's just this boom. It's a glimpse that you would see as you, if this were in real life, as you were walking down the river bank, something like that. You can see over on the left, there's some kind of a house, a boardwalk, something like that. And so, like I said, unposed, unfocused. I don't want to talk about that one right this second. I don't want to talk about that one either. Or that one either. Do I want to talk about that one? For what I'm just getting ready to say. Well, yeah, okay. This is a really great definition that I came up with. That's why I wanted to have the perfect image to show you that would illustrate that. Art, a depiction of the art of everyday life. What makes it interesting to us is it is a collision between what we would normally expect and something else, something that it really is. For instance, you have in your mind, and you don't even think about this perception that you might have in your mind. You think, okay, a painting of a vase of flowers is going to have a table. Let's see, wait a minute. That might be, okay. This is what you would think. A painting of a vase of flowers, it's going to be in a vase, it's going to be on a table, and it's going to have a background around it, and it's going to be a nice thing to see. It's going to have some details, and it's something that kind of makes you calm and feel serene because it's pretty flowers, it's nature, things like that. So that's just like, in your head, that's just like, well, that's what I would think of when I'm thinking of a vase of flowers. Okay, but when you see this, whoa, that's weird. It's not traditional. It's not what you think a flower painting would be. For one thing, cuts the dang vase off in half, so you don't see the top of it. You don't see the flowers coming up out of the vase. You're seeing this bottom half of a vase, and it's glass, and there's water, and there's stems in there. But the flower parts that you're seeing have fallen off of the arrangement at the top. The petals are just laying limply along there. The table surface is mirror-like. It's very polished and shiny. And so there's kind of, that's kind of like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But what it is, what you think something is going to always look like, you're going to see something that is a surprise, a collision that makes you stop and think, oh, I never thought about that before. And so that's the other part of my definition of art of everyday. Why do artists do this? Why do they choose to, let me jump back here. Why do they choose the subjects that they're depicting? If it's not, let me switch to another one. Okay, here we go. A person might think, without even realizing it and without even thinking about it, that the proper subject matter of an artwork would be some big deal. In photography, they call it the decisive moment, where the photographer would wait